Hello, hello, everybody. My name is DeAndrea. This is the Sarahs, and this is our podcast.
Hello, I'm 26 years old. I am autistic, and this is a podcast to help people who are on the autistic spectrum.
This is also to help the parents who have children, young adults that are on the autistic spectrum. Okay, so excuse me. I always said that I don't want to bring in religion, politics, or racism into this. But I got a bill today, okay? And this bill pissed me off, all right? And I don't know if this has, the bill has to do with any of the three that I just mentioned. Sarah, you wanted to go
Yes, I want to excuse myself, and I will.
okay. All right. I'm just going to talk to them while you're doing that. Okay. So, like I said, I got a bill today. Now, they've already, they, I'm trying to understand something and somebody help me, okay? Why are we paying bills? They keep going up. They keep us broke, okay? We are already on the edge in paying bills. So I spoke with the I spoke with the company today, the utility company, the electric utility company. Okay, but I can't say their names. So, but anyway, I spoke with the company today, and because it just didn't make sense to me. My bill went up $40. Now, mind you, I'm supposed to be on average billing. So I'm thinking that the average billing is going to be right where they told me, which is $260 for my electric bill. I looked at my bill, it was $300. 300. So when I spoke with her, I was just like, okay, well, wait a minute. Why does this bill keep going up? We got the same sun that they're getting the power from. We have the same sun. Yet little digits keep tacking on to the bill. Now, mind you, I'm a parent, so I've been paying bill for some years. And that's the only thing that I can see is that the bill keeps going up. Or they tack new charges on there, like new little things that they put on. Oh, well, that's just part of and it has to be on there because they don't want to pay for that anymore. So another company is coming in and doing that. So of course they have to charge an extra charge for that. Elementary, elementary tells me that this is some bullshit. This is nothing but bullshit. Look, and then they want to tell us, okay, well, you have to minimize things. You have to go down on things. So we have to go down on things for us to have a little piece of comfort. A little piece of comfort. So, not that my bill is going to go back to where it was a month ago, and this is supposed to be a big company. I just, I do not understand this shit. And then, at that, I came across, I'm just kind of like a researcher, and I do analyze everything, okay? But I am a researcher. I research things because things just don't make sense to me. I took a, I took a screenshot of it. I haven't been able to research that, but it does say that people that are in certain area codes, like the minority, certain area codes are paying more for utilities than other area codes. Again, I don't understand. And I don't. It does not make sense. And when I look at the whole thing, you just sit back. You just look at the whole bullshit ass system. Okay, so you go to school to be taught. What are you taught in school? You are taught, you are taught in school to stand in line. If you need a bathroom break, you can only do this for 15 minutes, maybe less. Okay? This is what you're taught in school, public school. This is what you're taught to get what? To pay bills? So you learn to stay in line like you are in traffic on these freeways and go across town to go to work, just like in school. You can have a bathroom break. At work, you got to be there on time. I forgot. You cannot be tardy. You can't be tardy for work. And then you get to work. And then after you go to work, you get a bathroom break. Then when you come back, you sit down in your seat. And you are taught not to talk to each other because you can have more work done. Then you get out of school at what, 2, 3 o'clock? Same thing for your job. You get off work unless you're working overtime to make more money so that you can pay these bills that are going up. It does not make sense. You work Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, maybe sometimes Sundays too, to try to pay your bills, in which, oh, well, let me see, you're paying bills because someone owns the sun on this earth. Why are we paying water bills? Why are we paying water bills? Why are we paying gas bills? And then they keep going up. It went up on my water bill too. And I told them, I said, you got to be kidding me. This is something wrong. So I don't know if it went up on the water bills or not, but I know my water bill is high as hell. It doesn't make sense. And now we're in what, the winter months now? Trust. That gas bill is going to be higher than it was the last year or the year before and the year before that. These bills go up all the time. And they try to tell me, oh, well, this is a maintenance fee. How can it be a maintenance fee? What are you doing maintenance on? My lights went off about 5 times this month. And they kept telling me, oh, well, we have to do maintenance. We have to do maintenance. That's bullshit. Y'all just called maintenance just because y'all knew when that bill came out on the electric bill that it was going to be higher. We may have to go to the bartering system, y'all, in order to get this stuff straight. That's all I'm saying. You might as well prepare yourself for it. And it's not about the money. It's about control. How do you control the society? This is part of it. How do you control 8 billion people on this earth? Here's part of it. The people are being able to what? Put a little money into stock, crypto now. They don't want you to do that. So they're going to go up on the bills. I don't know if that's the reason why, but it's one of the reasons why. They want total control over everything. So this is why you send your kids to school. And you're okay with that. Even if it's a private school education, they're still going to work every day. We're working for pennies. We are working for pennies. Spending our pennies out to them. Okay? So we go to work. And the big conglomerates are making all this big ass money. Big money. And then we're making these little paychecks and they're going up on our bills. They're going up on our bills. And I'm speaking because this is the autistic community. We are already in a vulnerable position. Going up on the bills, this makes it worse. It makes it worse. We're going to work for these big conglomerates, and they're making all this money, and then the portion we get is just this little bit of little paycheck money that they're going up on the bill. So we're paying money back to them. We're making the money to pay the money back to them. Was that called a whitewash? I call that a dirty wash. That's a filthy wash. It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. You know, I call bullshit, man. I call bullshit all day long. Y'all gonna have to help me. The autistic community need to help. I need signatures. I need signatures from everybody so that I can go to these companies. What will be done? I don't know. But with all the signatures that I get, They're going to do something. They are going to do something. Or it's going to be like, you know how they say a strike? We need to strike. Have any utilities company ever had their customers to go on a strike? They've got to listen to us, right? I need signatures, y'all. I need for y'all to come in, give me the signatures that I need so I can go where I need to go to help us. And this means in any state, okay? Because our community is very vulnerable. Very, very vulnerable. Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. The Sarahs, so we have to do something for our children. They're growing up in this. One day we won't be here. What position will your children hold? This is what this podcast is for. This is what we're about. To get it done. To get it done. We could no longer go like this. You know, people are taking anxiety pills, every kind of pill to numb your body, numb your nerves. That's not right. You need those feelings to let you know when something bad is happening. We are making our own selves sad. We are making our own selves very, very sad. Why? We just sit back, we can't do anything. Okay, so I was just speaking to everyone about the same thing that I got pissed off about earlier. About the system, the bills, how vulnerable our people, the autistic community, are. It doesn't make any sense. But put that to where I can see. I want to know if someone is on. Okay. So we are going to continue that tomorrow. I wanted to bring that up, and I will keep bringing it up until I get the signatures that I need in order to go to these people. All right, so what we're talking about today is repetitive. Are you ready? So
That's right.
what we're talking about today are repetitive behaviors and restricted interests are characteristic features of autism spectrum disorder. Okay, the series, go ahead.
These behaviors or interests can very, very significantly among individuals with autism. Here's a further exploration of these traits. I, I am I am I do have restricted interests. I only like ambient music.
Well, you
And
have a lot of other restrictions as well.
yes,
Like, for one thing, that just, oh my goodness, it just throws me. The series will open something and he doesn't close it back or cover it back or screw the top back on. You know, yeah. So that is one of them. Okay. But he has other more repetitive behaviors that I thought that he would maybe grow out of, and I have mentioned it to him and I've tried to show him in a way that to, this is not what you do. Leaving the patio door open, it's not a good thing. Just different things that he repeats over and over and over. Okay, and a that's just like I said. That's just one of the things that he does repetitively. But anyway, go ahead, Sarah.
uh,
Because you was talking about, you only like ambient music. What was that towards? I don't know. For some reason, I think I'm really upset about those bills because look, my hands are cramping. They've been doing it for the past 5 minutes. And I can't get this one out. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so many individuals with autism engage in repetitive behaviors, also known as stereotypic or self-stimulatory behaviors. These behaviors can manifest in various ways, including, go ahead, motor movements.
um, including motor movements. Example include the example include a hand. The example include a hand flapping, rocking, spinning, or pacing.
Or what?
Pacing.
Okay,
Like
pacing. And then the ritualistic
behaviors.
behaviors.
It includes repetitive lining up objects,
You used to do that.
arranging items in a specific order, or following strict routines.
I wonder if kids grow out of that because you no longer line up. You used to line up objects, and you would always tell me that you were making a connection. You would be arranging items in a specific order or following strict routines. Let me see, following strict routines. I don't know what that is because I always gave you the freedom to do that. You told me you was making a connection, so I was just like, okay, fine, he's making a connection. How bad is that? So I haven't seen anything worse about it through these years since you was a little boy doing it. So I just wonder if other parents are having an issue with this. But like I said, parents, the series grew out of it. Okay, because I used to do it with him. He would get down there I would get down there too. He was making a connection. I want to make a connection too. Especially with coloring. Oh my goodness. We had fun coloring, didn't we? Okay, we would get uh, these giant coloring books and just color. And we always supplied ourselves with the biggest coloring box with the most colors and the prettiest colors, and just doing that. Okay, okay, go ahead. Verbal repetitions.
It is a repeating words, phrases, or scripts from movies, books, or conversations. I I used to do that, but I do not do that anymore. I used to repeat words a lot, and I I no longer do that.
Okay. Oh, okay, sensory repetitions.
Yes, repeating actions or movements that provide sensory stimulation, such as flip, such as such as flicking fingers in front of the eyes, or repetitive
Repeatedly.
or or repeatedly tapping on surfaces.
Talk about that.
Yes, I used to
You still do it sometimes.
yes,
You still flick your fingers in order to get your words out.
yes.
Okay, so that's when you do it. Okay, uh, it's not a stimulation. I don't think, or is it a stimulation to get the words out? I don't
Uh,
know,
uh,
but you never did it in front of your eyes.
yes,
Okay, he would actually hold his hand. Uh, so in one hand, and then he'll take the other hand and flick his fingers to tap into the other hand to get his words out. And he still does it sometimes. He does it, especially these kids have a rough time. Okay, and then if you start some big argument with them, it's all about tone. Sometimes I forget my tone too, and I have to, ease my tone with the serious. And and we learn this. We learn this later in life that it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Okay, so we really must um, be careful. Okay, because that is an attack. And I felt that because I was working for this company, and the person was trying to have some type of power or something. Okay, and she got in my face, and she was pointing in my face, and being extremely rude, telling me that I'm going to do what she say to do. Okay. After I brought in so much money, I brought in so much money, and then she wanted me to do an extra position, and that did not gel well with me because that wasn't me. Not that I wasn't good at it, it just wasn't me. Okay. And so she thought that she could just tell me what to do, and I'm just like, no, that's not in my it's not in my contract. And I meant what I said. Okay. And uh I am I really, really feel like I am on the spectrum somewhere, but really up there to where it's noticed and then not noticed, because I take the times that, I was in school and, just growing up, even in a private setting. Okay, I was in school, I had, it just, I couldn't function in school. Okay. And so if someone hollers at me, I cannot function like that. Okay, because I'm grown. I'm grown. And just because I wanted the job, it doesn't give the person any kind of right to be in my face, any type of way, you know. And there was some people that were afraid of her. I was never afraid of her. I tried to speak with her and treat her like I would want to be treated. That was it. But how can a person who has autism, that for sure that's on the spectrum, be treated in this manner and able to do their work, able to function? It's the tones that they hear, the everything that's going on around them. It they cannot handle that. Period. That's why I don't understand when parents are trying to make their kids neurotypical, make them try to fit into a neurotypical society. You're doing the wrong thing. We have our own society, but you're trying to make them fit off into another type of society. I believe that we can have certain things as far as work for the autistic community, but this is not a way to do it. Send them out to the wolves out there, the sharks that have absolutely no management training, no supervisory training. Okay, okay, let's see. Where are we, Caceres?
It says restricted interests.
Okay.
Autistic individuals often develop intense and
Okay,
highly.
wait. Okay, always say to do this. Okay, okay, y'all. So the Sarah's in a way, he's good with reading, but he's not good with reading. Okay, but he is learning so that when I'm no longer here, you, his community, okay, um, he will be able to speak with you. Okay, so the series, when you're making another statement, you go to something else. Say sensory repetitions, because that's letting your audience know what you're saying, just like you were saying today. Remember? Okay, just say, okay, now you can do it like this. Now we're going to talk about sensory repetition. So
No,
that way you're introducing this to them and they know what you're about to talk about, right?
yes.
Okay, go ahead, baby.
No, we are going
See,
to.
you just did this to your leg, right? Okay, the flickering, right?
Yes.
So yeah, he just did the flickering, y'all. So yeah, it hasn't. I know the Sarah's like I know him like the back of my hand, the front of my hand, like 20. Okay, and I know what he's still going through and what he's already mastered and got away from. But some things is going to stay with him for life. Okay, so go ahead, baby.
Now we are going to talk about restricted interests. Autistic individuals often develop intense and highly focused interests in specific topics or or activities. These interests may be narrow in scope and may dominate their thoughts,
May dominate.
may may it may dominate their thoughts and conversations. Some characteristics of restricted interests include
Okay. Some characteristics of restricted interests include what?
deep knowledge, developing extensive knowledge and
Okay, so
expertise
you're
in
gonna say it will it will include deep knowledge. Then pause. Okay, because you're getting ready to go into something else,
this.
and you're letting them know that. Okay, so go ahead, do it again.
It will include deep knowledge, develop extensive knowledge in
Developing.
developing extensive knowledge and expertise in their area of interests, often often surpassing typical levels of understanding. Yes, I have a I have an extreme interest in astronomy. For example, I like to talk about space.
Okay, so he has a deep knowledge of music.
Yes,
Uh, let's see. Drawing. You haven't seen his drawings yet. His drawings are so freaking awesome. Okay. And he hasn't done anything with that or just put that out there for you all to see. But once we start getting people in here, just like right now, I don't see anything. I don't see anything. So again, we're getting our documents together, and trust me, even the documents themselves, and people know you're trying to do some good, and they don't care. They don't care. Uh, they were trying to screw us just to make a sale. Thank goodness I caught it in time. Okay, thank goodness that I caught it in time. All right, the Sarahs had looked into it, and I went a little bit further than that, and I found out you got to take care of this stuff. If you get any type of paperwork and you want to get out of it because you got a bad feeling, a gut feeling, or these people they show you that they're trying to screw over you, you got 7 days to get out of that shit. Get out, okay? And then after that, so what we did is that we looked it up, right? And so we're gonna do this ourselves. And then the other part, as far as that, we have to pay. You have to pay for that. Okay, so it's no way we can do that by ourselves. But the rest of it, we're gonna do by ourselves so that he can learn. And he's learning right now. He's learning right now that the people don't give a shit about our community. They don't care. They don't care if you're trying to do a good thing. They don't care. That's that's what I was talking about earlier. That's how controlled that everyone is. You know, bills are going up and everything. Yeah, the bills are going up, and people feel like they're in some kind of a stronghold, I guess. But it's got to stop. It has to, because any more pressure, these people are going to just start. doing the worst. And we don't want the worst to happen. We do not want the worst to happen. I can see it. Anyway, okay. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm going in and out because I know what's happening. I can see what is happening. Okay, let's see. Extensive knowledge and expertise in the areas of interest. What this? Oh my goodness. So the series, the Saros is on the um, really, really, really creative side. And you're gonna learn that these kids focus, man. They whatever they're focused in, that's what you need to feed to them. That's what you need to feed to them. Uh, so yeah, it's just intriguing to me, But we're gonna end up hurting these kids. We're gonna hurt these kids. The parents are already hurting, okay? But it's just like you don't know what to do. Well, you do things in a peaceful way. You get signatures. And if these people want to be voted back in, these signatures are going to let them know, hey, this is how this community feels. What are you going to do about the vulnerability of this community? Y'all doing it for everybody else. Y'all doing it way in other countries. But now y'all want to raise our bills up and give billions of dollars to other countries? Are you serious? Oh no. Okay, baby, go ahead. It's important. And let me read this part, okay? Because I've stopped you so many times. It's important to note that while repetitive behaviors and restricted interests are common, am I missing something?
Yes, it is preoccupation.
Preoccupation.
Yes.
Oh, okay. My bad. Oh, I really did get some. Okay, so this is about preoccupation. Preoccupation, spending significant amounts of time thinking, talking, or engaging in activities related to their specific interests. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I have learned stuff about the solar system that I had absolutely no idea about. Didn't know, don't know, you know. And it hurt me because I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I'm telling you, the series has made me realize some shit, okay? They tell us about Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, how I wonder where you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Now I'm thinking this is for real. This is the star that they made, that they draw. The little star, the little 5-pointed star that they draw out, you know. And the Sarah's is telling me, Mama, no, Mama, that's a sun. And I'm looking at him like, boy, please, I went to school, okay? This is what they taught me, all right? A 5-pointed star. Did you all know that the star was the sun? And what's that other thing about colors? We was coloring so much. And then the Sarah's, when we was coloring in the coloring books, I mean, we did this for a few years, okay? And he was telling me that some of these colors is not true colors. Like what's the color that yellow. You look at? Yellow. You look at yellow, but he said, no, Mama. He said, it's tricking your eyes. He said, when you look at the color yellow, it's not really yellow. It's really what?
It is. it is really red mixed with green.
What the freak? Okay, I'm about to say something else. What the freak? I look at yellow, but it's a mixture of red and what?
Agree.
Red and green. So let me ask you this: do you take two colors, and if color over one another, do they turn yellow when you do this?
It can turn a dark yellow or like an olive green and olive green.
So why am I seeing this bright color yellow?
It is an illusion if you were to.
So I'm looking at an illusion. I'm looking at an illusion. So the Matrix is real, right?
It has not been proven.
The Matrix is real, baby. If they can do that, the brightest ass color, but it's not really that bright color yellow, y'all. It's some dark, muddy color, right?
It's if you mix red and green, to a dark yellow.
But will it turn to that bright color yellow that I see?
On screen.
On screen.
Yes.
Which is an illusion.
Yes.
When does it become an illusion? Why is it an illusion?
It is because if two colors are very close together, if it's like a red square or a green square and the squares are very close together, they can appear yellow.
The Matrix is real. All this is bullshit, y'all. Okay? How can y'all even let somebody even trick you into thinking that paying these damn bills are the right thing to do? And why would they want to do that? It's not the money. They already got all the money. They can feed this world over and over and over. And money is nothing but a distraction. That's all it is. It's a distraction. It's just a piece of energy that you take and you put into something. And you say, oh, I pay my bill. I can have electricity, water, and gas now. Bullshit. I call bullshit on all this, man. It don't make sense. All right, the series. Did you want to teach us about something else that you know?
I like stories that there's a spectrum of stories.
Have you taught me this already?
Yes.
No, you haven't. You haven't taught me a spectrum of stars. I've never heard of that before.
The bluer the star is, the hotter it is.
The bluer the star is, the hotter it is.
Yes.
Okay, so the bluer the sun.
Yes.
Okay, so everything that we're looking out there at nighttime are mostly stars.
Yes.
Are mostly suns.
Yes. And dots that you see are mostly stars.
Okay.
And the bluer the star is, the hotter it is,
the more twinkle twinkle I see.
And the redder the star is, the cooler it is.
The brighter the star, the cooler it is.
No, the redder the star is.
Oh, the redder. So if it's more red,
it is cooler.
It's good. It's cooler.
Yes.
So blue is not really cool.
And the star says, if you were to turn on a lighter and what is closest to the lighter is a blue, and further away
it's red at the top.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is because Blue Stars they can range from 10,000 to they can range from 10,000 they can range from 10,000 to 100,000 degrees on the Blue Stars.
Mm. Mm.
Our our sun is actually at the middle. It, it is over 5,000 degrees, or a sun is on the surface of the sun is
Our
over.
sun is over 5,000 degrees.
Yes, and, and Earth is at the right distance for these temperatures to exist.
Okay, so so it has me wondering, why is my bill going higher? Is the sun still in the same place it was 100 years ago?
No, no, the sun is actually moving through the galaxy. Is actually it is actually orbiting around the galaxy. It is orbiting.
Okay, but is it orbiting around the Earth as it was
On the Earth is
100 years ago? So the Earth, okay, so is the Earth is orbiting around the sun,
yes,
the same as it was 100 years ago.
yes.
So I'm still asking the question: why are we paying bills? Why are the bills getting higher? Why are the bills getting higher? And you notice this, the Sarah, they told me, they said, oh, well, it's the maintenance. It's the maintenance because it went higher. And what has happened is this very month, our power went out like 5 different times. And then we get a bill saying, oh, it's the maintenance fee. So then we're supposed to understand why this shit went up. So what maintenance are you doing now that you wasn't doing before? Okay, baby. Your mama's just trying to understand this. I just, we are needing signatures. Everyone, where are you?
It says a resistant to change, becoming distress.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about resistance to change.
No, we are going to talk about resistance to change.
Okay, go ahead.
Becoming distressed or resistant when their interests are disrupted, or when they are required to shift focus to other topics.
Okay.
Yes, I have that.
Yes, you sure do. Uh, rather badly. And he does things that, or your child would do things that only a mom and dad would know that your child, your autistic child, is distressed. Okay? So, I don't know, like I said, a contained environment is what we need. A contained environment is what we need to teach these kids. A contained environment, it would still have to be a contained environment to uh to to for to work, and for these kids to actually do something meaningful, that they can give back to society, but at the same time keeping their distance away from general people. And I say that because they don't understand when someone is belligerent or crying, just different things. When a person, if this Sarah has seen people cry, he don't understand the reason why they cry. Okay, just like me when I was in school. Well, I'll say that for something else. I'll save that for something else. Let's go on because when I start something, I can just stay there for a while. Okay, go to it's important.
It's important.
You see it
Yeah,
there?
uh, haven't finished restricted interests. These interests may be narrow in scope and may dominate their thoughts and conversations. Some characteristics of restricted interests include deep knowledge, developing extensive.
Wait, we didn't do that?
No,
Okay. So deep knowledge. Okay, go ahead.
developing extensive knowledge and expertise in their area of interest, often suppressing typical levels of understanding. That's a You're right. We have.
Okay, and we have also done preoccupation. We've done resistance to change. That's the one that you was just explaining about.
Yes.
Becoming distressed or resistant when their interests are disrupted or when they are required to shift focus to other topics. So he has a high intensity when it comes to this. Okay. Uh, yeah. So let's go on to the next one. It's important to note that while repetitive behaviors and restricted interests are common in autism, they can also serve important functions for individuals with autism. Engaging in these behaviors may help regulate sensory input, reduce anxiety, and provide a sense of predictability and control.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Did you want to go into further with that?
Yes. When I do things that I like to do, I have less anxiety.
Stress,
Yep.
anxiety,
Yes.
because the Ceres is not on medication, and he's not about to get on medication. Okay, I had medication for anxiety. Okay, after they said I had come down with COVID, and I noticed it. Okay, I would have these anxiety attacks that was so high, and so they gave me medicine for it. Okay, which I take not I take it. Let me see. I have to be having a really really bad anxiety attack. Okay, so therefore I will go days or weeks or months without it. Okay, because I figure like I have this podcast and I'm helping my community, so I need my feelings. I need my pains. I need to understand what you're going through. I need to, although I'm going through it too, I need to always understand, not be on some fake medication that's got me feeling another way. And then within that medication, if it is helping me in that way, what are the risks? Because how often do we look at a commercial that is um, promoting a new medicine or something, and it's telling you after it tells you, oh, it does this and that, then it starts telling you all the bad things. Okay, it can cause heart attacks. It can cause your liver to go bad, your spleen to go bad. And we're hearing all of this. But it's almost in a monotone voice when they say it. You know, uh, to make you not think about it. And if you go to the doctor and you're not really thinking, and they give you this medication, or they give you like another name, the generic name for it, you know, you can't say that they did not tell you because it was all over the commercials. It's all over the commercials. So what can you say? Okay, all right.
Uh,
Let's go to understanding. Go ahead.
under, let's go to understanding and supporting individuals with autism involve recognizing the the, the significant of these the, 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 the significance of these behaviors and interests while also engage, while also encouraging and facilitating a flexible social interaction
Flexibility.
while facilitating a flexibility, social interaction, and a broader range of activities and topics.
Okay. All right. So we're finished with that?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, so we are going to join you again tomorrow. Um, right now, I would say that um, we're learning from this ourselves as well. Learning more and more about the autistic society, how it affects the parents and the children and the young adults. Okay, so we can see it now, and we're going over this with you. Okay, and pretty soon we're gonna. I think we're gonna start marketing it pretty soon, but right now we've got to get our documents together. And but also this gives a way that we can be more comfortable with speaking like this because I'm not really a speaker. I'm not. I'm a mom. I'm a mom, indeed. Uh, and this is my son, and this is something that God had us set out to do. Okay, God is setting us out to do this, so we are not going to quit on you. We are not going to quit on this. We are not going to quit on the autistic movement. All right, we need signatures. So, and that is going to come. Even in the meanwhile, we're not going to quit. We're not going to quit. We're going to be here. We're going to be doing this and doing what we need to do for our community. Okay? We Okay, so I know you don't want me to say the L word. So what word would you like to use in closing? We what all of you?
We appreciate your support and
Okay. You went all the way around there, didn't you? And we do. We appreciate your support. And go ahead.
thank you for make sure to like and support our video and channel. Also subscribe to our channel as well.
Okay, baby. Yes, we do appreciate you, and we'll be in here tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna send out what we need to send out, which is the uh, what do we call it? The preview.
Yes.
Okay. So we're sending that out, and of course, like I said, we're still learning. We're gonna get better at this. Okay. And as we get better, we're gonna be better for the community. All right. So we appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. Talk to you.